Yo, what up, hey? How you doing, guys? My name is Sanj, and today we've got a video about my nose piercing. Got it done a little under 2 months ago. A lot of you guys have noticed it on my videos on my Instagram and have asked me questions in regards to the aftercare. A lot of you guys were thinking about getting it done yourself and just wanted to ask me some tips on like how to pull it off and bloody blah. And so I've just done this quick little video. There are a lot of nose piercing videos. The majority are for women. The same goes for men, to be honest with you. But anyway, let me just throw my 2 cents out there. And yeah. Firstly, I'm going to start off by talking about my experience, and hopefully by doing so, I will answer some of the most frequently asked questions. So as I said, I got it done 2 months ago. Initially, the whole reason why I wanted it was just because I wanted to try it out, see how it looks. Nearly 2 years ago, I want to say, my brother got it done. So he was my first like little trial guinea pig, because we've got this thing where if it works on him, it will most likely work on me, and vice versa. If it works on me, it will most likely work on him. So he got it done. He did the whole like convincing my mum and my dad that it was okay. He really took the hit first, because everyone, like literally my uncles, my aunties, everyone, and if you're Asian, you know this, everyone loves to drop a cheeky comment, like talk about it, and they're not taking jabs or digs at you, but it's just like the little, oh, that's a nice piercing. And you just wait until they say something to you about it, basically. So he did that. I went high. He did that. The first step for me was to go to a jewelry store, get a fake nose ring. In an ideal world, I would have loved to have kept it for a week, just so that I can see whether it looks good on me, what people's opinions are. I know that you shouldn't really do anything for someone else. It should primarily be for you, but obviously it's good to have a second opinion. So I got my fake nose ring from Claire's, I believe. I only had it for like 48 hours before it fell off. But in those 48 hours, I got a lot of compliments, and nobody was like, that looks shit. Obviously my boys were saying that looks shit, but that's to be expected. Don't listen to your boys. Just try and see as many girls as you can during that time, or just send it to like some friends that you know will give you an honest opinion. And yeah, they liked it, so I was like, okay, cool, I'm definitely getting it done. A second point is what side. Now that again is a personal preference. A lot of the people get it done on the left, a lot of the people get it done on the right. I think it's more common to get it on your left side than your right, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on it. I tried it on both sides. Because I wear this dangly earring on my left, I just didn't want to overpower it with having a nose piercing on this side, so I went with my right, and plus I've got a hoop earring there as well, so it kind of works basically. Went with my right, it just looks better in my opinion for me, for my face. So try them try them both, see what side works best for you, and then go into the piercing shop with a clear image in your head as to where you want it. Third most asked question, work and career. It depends. For me, I work in the creative industry, so it's not too frowned upon. It's not bad at all actually, so I can get away with it. For example, for my brother who's studying chemistry at university, he's still at uni, so he can get away with it, but once he goes into like a real job, he most likely will have to remove it. So depending on your age and what you aspire to be, do bear that in mind, because that will play into it. Once all of those boxes are ticked, you head into the piercing shop. I went to my local one in Watford. Basically, I called them up and I said, hey, is there any chance, and I knew my chances would be slim, is there any chance that you'd be able to do a nose piercing, but rather than giving me a stud, just go straight into the hoop? On the phone, lovely girl was just like, nah, we just don't do that for health and safety reasons, and then just left it as that. So I didn't really get much information. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, I'm getting it done anyway, so I'm coming later on today. I went in later on during the day. A good friend of mine works there, she does the piercing, so she called me in, and before I even asked anything, and because I wasn't speaking to her on the phone, before I even asked her about the option of giving me a hoop, she just looked at me and she was like, I know exactly what you're gonna say and ask, and yeah, I don't normally recommend it, but I will give you a hoop instead of a stud. The reason being actually is just so that it's for cleaning procedures and health, I guess. In terms of the stud, it's supposedly a lot easier to clean and less chance of it being infected. She told me this, she was like, there's a high chance that if I give you a hoop that you'll most likely get it infected. It's no biggie, you just gotta keep cleaning it. So I was like, okay, whatever, that's fine, I'd rather just go for the hoop anyway. Does it hurt? Another question. Obviously, pain tolerance is completely different by people. For me, it wasn't so much of a painful experience. It was like a harsh pinch. You do tear up, and that's it. There's a nerve ending there that connects straight to your eyes and where the tears are produced, and so you are bound to tear up. So in terms of pain, I would say it's like a very harsh pinch, and it lasts for literally a second, if not two at most. It doesn't hurt that much at all, and even if it does, it's for a second. Then she gave me this product to get it cleaned twice a day. It's just, I believe this changes from shops to shops. It's just your Blue Wave. Sorry, let me just show you that. Boom. It just says Blue Wave, medical grade, saline. Is that how you pronounce it? Saline, whatever, man. Spray rinse twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, just on a cotton bud, and just clean around it. Yes, it did get infected, but you had to look very, very closely in order to be able to note it. And interestingly enough, I found that it got infected the more I cleaned it. So it got to a point now where I was cleaning it every day, twice a day. Infection comes in. I was like, okay, she told me this was to be expected. A lot of people would have obviously gone back inside and got it taken out. I was just like, you just got to power through it. So I kept cleaning it. It kept getting worse, and at one point I was debating on potentially removing it and then getting it pierced again. And that's when I was like, hold up, let me just stop cleaning it for like a day. So on that day, I didn't clean it. The following morning, I saw that the bump had gone down. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I cleaned it up again just to be on the cool side, and then from that point onwards I just cleaned it once a day, and now that was nearly 2 weeks ago. Now the infection is completely gone. It's almost fully healed. I think it takes a lot. She said something along the lines of like 6 to 8 weeks. We're now coming close to 2 months, so yeah, it is pretty much healed. Another thing is, don't touch it. Don't touch the piercing, because it will just make it worse. You get loads of shit on your hands that accumulate throughout the day, and if you touch it, it's just going to make everything 10 times worse than it already is. And then to finish off this video, I just wanted to briefly touch upon like confidence and styling in regards to it. Obviously, a lot of piercings, well, not in today's day and age, but a lot of piercing usually have a female connotation, some more so than others. Earrings on your ear is pretty much unisex now. At this point, everyone's got them. Nose ring, again, it is getting to the point where it's unisex now. Everyone, male, female, have nose piercings, whether it may be like a nostril one or whether it may be a septum. Depending on your family background, or depending on your cultural background, or depending on where you live, yeah, it might be a big shock to some. I live just around London, so everything is pretty much allowed. In big cities, it's not a major thing. In smaller towns and villages, I can imagine it being like a bigger deal, but hey, have the balls to pull it off, and it will look good. Yeah, that's that. Balls, confidence, and it will look good. That is that. My experience, the cleaning tips that I went through, this little product right here, bada bing, bada boom. Confidence, mention that, just have the balls to do it and it will look good. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Hopefully this would have been a very quick and easy, snappy video. If you have any more questions in regards to nose piercing, do let me know in the question down below, and I'll do my best to answer them, or someone else might be able to answer them. I don't know. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to show your support by leaving a thumbs up, leaving comments, sharing, subscribing, all that other jazz. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias right here, SANGIEV. That's about it, really. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace. As I'm tapping, I go towards my right butt cheek, and that's when this monstrosity. We've got the long sleeve Haider Ackermann t-shirt. Whoa, dude, you got a fat ass nose, man. That's another thing. I'm getting super close and personal, but I've got a massive nose. Well, it wasn't massive, it's just broken. I fell when I was a little kid, broke that shit up, and so it is surprising as to why I got a nose piercing, because it adds more attention to it. But yeah, this is the piercing itself. Keep that shit clean and you're good. Ooh, ooh. Just walk around like Chris Brown, yo, breezy out here. What's good out here? I'm just fucking around.